Our first presenter is going to be Dr. Cecilia Reynolds, Deputy Provost, Students and Associate VP Academic Undergraduate Studies. I'm going to introduce Dr. Reynolds. Dr. Reynolds joined the team at Memorial University in April 2013 as the Deputy Provost and Associate Vice President Academic Undergraduate Studies. Her portfolio includes Office of the Registrar, Office of Student Recruitment, Student Life, Student Wellness and Counseling Center, Student Residences. In other words, a wide range of supports for both undergraduate and graduate students. Dr. Reynolds has 20 years of experience as an academic leader and a scholar. She's a full professor at MAN with an academic appointment in gender studies. She's the former dean of the College of Education at the University of Saskatchewan, was an associate dean at the Ontario Institute for the Studies in Education at the University of Toronto, and held several leadership roles while on faculty at Brock University. Dr. Reynolds is a 3-time graduate at the University of Toronto with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Communications, a Master of Arts in Educational Administration, and a PhD in Classroom Teacher at a variety of grade levels in both elementary and secondary schools. Her doctoral dissertation examined historical constructions of gender in educational organizations. Her subsequent research has dealt with such topics as equity, globalization, single-sex schools, women and men as leaders, leadership succession, teacher education, curriculum change, and international 21st century learning and teaching trends. Dr. Reynolds has published 4 books, 17 book chapters, 24 articles in reference, in referred and professional journals, and has authored 5 technical reports. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Cecilia Reynolds.
Well, good morning, you're here. First of all, I want to begin by thanking all of the people who helped to bring this event for you together. These things don't just happen. You don't have all these people in one place and all that nice food downstairs and all the presentations without a lot of work going on in the background. So all the people wearing the white shirts, all the people not wearing white shirts but having been involved, let's give them a round of applause. So usually the president of the university, the president and vice chancellor, Dr. Gary Kachanowski, this is one of the things that I know that he loves doing, and that's helping to welcome the graduate students to this wonderful university. Unfortunately, he asked me to bring greetings on his behalf today because he is in Halifax making a meeting there on an important announcement that I'll just tease you a little bit with it. It's very good news. It involves money, a lot of it, and it's a joint project between Memorial University, Dalhousie University, and the University of Prince Edward Island. So we're very much looking forward to that announcement, and stay tuned to all your media outlets and your social network outlets, because that announcement will be forthcoming. It's actually very good news for graduate students because it does mean a flow of money for graduate students, and we all love that, right? I too, like Isam, I want to congratulate you on coming to Memorial and let you know that you made the right choice. This is a great place to come and do your graduate work. There are a lot of great places to go and do that kind of work, but we think we're right up there among the best, and we do appreciate you making the choice to come here to Memorial. The next couple of weeks, as it is for anyone starting something new or continuing on in programs, they could be very hectic. So just take a deep breath. You're off to a good start. Everything will work out fine, and you will have lots of help, as Hizam and others will tell you. I'm going to urge you, however, not to just think about surviving your graduate program. I think too much emphasis sometimes is put on just getting through. Graduate work is different than any other kind of work that you've done. It centers around you and your learning. And that is, you might have said, oh, well, my other sorts of work have been. Well, yes and no. Graduate work is where a lot of us turn to you and expect something original, something individual, and something spectacular. And you wouldn't be here unless in the process of getting into graduate school, we didn't think that you have those possibilities. So you're all here, full of those possibilities. I'm urging you to use your graduate studies to be innovative, to be original, and to take up all the opportunities that are there for you. Make decisions, don't let things just slide along, and take some risks. I know it sounds sort of counterintuitive. Oh my gosh, I want to stay there, I don't want to risk anything. But unless you actually push yourself, push that envelope a little bit, you may end up just surviving and not thriving in your graduate work. I also encourage you to think and work globally. All of us are global citizens nowadays, whether we want to be or not. So while our work may have a particular focus, it may be very important to us personally, always think about what difference it might make in the world. Does it matter what I'm doing? And that is a question you can ask yourself over and over again as you do your graduate work. And we at Memorial want all of our students to be doing work that matters. You'll find yourself in good company here. There are a lot of people here doing work that matters. There is a lot of fascinating people to meet. There's inspiring work for you to hear about. It's being done right under your nose, and stay tuned. Make a network of people while you're here. Don't just stay with the people you already know. Branch out, take risks, get to know new people. It will suit you very well to have done that. Contribute to conversations. There are global conversations of great importance going on right now. Be part of that. Embrace challenges. Persist in the face of setbacks, and you know, there will be setbacks. They won't necessarily be of your making, but whether they're of your making or anyone else's, just persist, keep going, don't give up. See your effort as a path to mastery. You're not just getting by, you're mastering the knowledge that you're after. This is a hard one for all of us. Learn from any criticism that comes your way. You won't be perfect. You're not perfect now, I hate to tell you. We might like to think, all of us, that we are, but learn when people tell you, you know, your literature chapter, it needs a little bit more of this, or your experiment, you're not quite going in the right direction. Take the criticism, work with it, and get better. Find lessons and inspiration from the success of others. In our competitive world, sometimes we think, oh my gosh, if they're successful, that makes me look bad. It's just the reverse. If people are at our university and are successful, that is, as graduates of this university, as graduate students in this university, that's good for all of us. Be sure to visit the library. It's your source of all kinds of important information. Even though a lot of it is in the digital world, there's still that thing, the hardcover books, the materials that are there. Build your own professional library, whether it's a digital or a hardcover library. Build your academic and professional networks. Get to know the people who can write those letters of reference, and keep your relationship with those people strong, and make sure you're letting them know all the good things that you're doing. If you're struggling in some way, either academically or personally, and that's kind of usual for this journey that you're about to start, but don't let it throw you. Reach out, tell somebody. There are all kinds, you heard my portfolio, there are all kinds of people that are here at Memorial, and they're here every day. They're here and they're 24/7/12. They're around all the time. You're not alone. Reach out, ask for help. If something's going on that you think is problematic, tell somebody, report it. Don't keep it to yourself. Some of the things that are going on here at Memorial are relatively new. We're trying to be innovative. We're trying to change. It's not easy in the Academy, as we all love it. The Academy is a very stasis organization, so bringing about change is very difficult. You'll find that because you're going to be change agents. You're the people pushing the envelope. You're the ones that will be bringing that wave of change to Memorial. We're changing things around our residences, and one of the good news, if you haven't found a place to live here on campus yet, there still are some places for graduate students in the Burton's Ponds apartments. So please contact someone in the student residence area, and we'll see if we can make one of those work for you. We're also after finding more and more common spaces for students to do the kind of networking, do that kind of interaction that's important. These are gathering spaces, study spaces, work together spaces, and they're all over the university. They aren't just designated for graduate students, but the ones that are there are for all students, so use them. There's a wonderful space under the clock tower. There are spaces in the library. We're busy building new spaces in the core science facility that will have lots of common spaces available. There also is, as you all know, a great deal of information online, so you don't just need to meet with people. I'm going to direct you to one of the new spaces, which is mun.ca/current students, all one word, current students. On that website, it's a gateway for you to find the supports you need for your academic, personal, and professional success. Information about some of the things that Hissam talked about, the Student Wellness and Counseling Center. We're moving in new directions there. How to find your way around campus, information about the resource centers on campus, and much more are found at that site. So please visit it, explore, go in a couple of clicks, see what you can find, and then use that as a conduit, as a way of contacting people. So, like others who are going to come to the podium, I'm excited about your success. I know you wouldn't be here unless you have that potential. So, dwell on your success, work with it, work with others. I wish you all the best in the next coming year, and I thank you for choosing Memorial. We are richer because you're here. Thank you.